Hi, it's a miniature model of Paul with a figure that I got for Christmas from the wife, and this is the Captain Aubrey um, from the who's the captain of HMS Surprise in the film, the Master and Commander. That title shouldn't have really been used because basically he's not a Master and Commander, he's actually a post captain. He's got two epaulets. The commander, as they would have been called, Master and Commander, or it was mainly a commander, had one epaulet on one shoulder, so therefore, and that was in the first book, which was called Master and Commander for obviously reasons. So that was Patrick O'Brien's first book called Master and Commander, where Jack Aubrey was shipless in the Pacific somewhere, in the Caribbean, I think it was. But anyway, basically shipless, and he's waiting for command, and he got this command of HMS Sophie, a gun sloop ship, man of war sloop. So there you go. So that's what it was. So the name actually goes back to his first book rather than about 7 or 8 books into it, and that's where he become post captain. Anyways, that doesn't matter too much, but it's a great film anyway. So this figure's great. Now Gavin Booth, check his site out. He's actually done this figure, and he's done loads of other figures as well, and he's really good. And I watched his final reveal of his to have a look at that, and I'm going to go back to his early videos to just get some tips and ideas on how to do it. I've got a nice picture of this figure anyway to actually use for the colours, but it's nice to know when someone else has done it to get that information. What I will say is that my figure didn't come in a box. I noticed he had a box. Mine came in a packet with the 4 pieces: the hat, the head, and then the main torso, and then and then I had a pedestal, which is a resin one. It looked okay, and it would have most probably worked out nice, but I decided to do the figure a bit of justice. I did get a base and a pedestal. In the chrome pedestal, the brass pedestal, you can see here, there's basically 2 screws. One goes in the wood that actually screws into this part, and the other bit that screws into the figure screws into this bit. So what I did is I drilled the holes to the right size for the resin, because I didn't want to split it, so that I could screw the bit in there. And then I have actually got it loose on here. I'm not going to do it now, but I have got it not tight on there, so I can actually unscrew the I can take the head off. Look, there you go. I take the head off, and I can actually take this off, and it's still got the screwed bit into this that goes into the pedestal, so I can actually use that to hold on a crocodile clip to actually do the painting without having it on the actual plinth at all. So the plinth will be still this bit with the rest of this coming off. And so yeah, and that was from Hystrix Agents at Dover. Really good site for anything military, and definitely figure painting and paints for that sort of thing, and really good for that. But anyway, so what I've got done is I've cleaned it all up. I had to use my Dremel with a grinder bit at the end, which was very pointed, just to get in and clean up all around this area here, because there was a great big lump in there that shouldn't be there. I've also noticed there's a little bit there it's got to come off, but that's easy, a quick job. There was bits around the helmet, and I think because this was moulded later in the moulds, most probably time, and it had bits of lumps of resin stuck in it. It's not an issue because I use that Dremel tool and a knife to just chisel it out, a chisel I should say, and that Dremel tool just to clean it up, and it's done a good job. So that's that. So if I just wind it around, I'll just give it a little wind. I've got to go careful because the head don't roll off, a bit like the French guillotine. In the book they would like to give him the guillotine in the book, Aubrey's books. Yeah, it's not quite sitting where it should do, so if I move that like that, that's it, that's how it should be. So I find it'd be better if I zoomed in, actually. I think I didn't do that, did I? There you go. Now you can see the head and the hair to the torso actually fits really nice. I don't think it needed hardly any filling at all. What I did is I cleaned the head up, the head at bottom up, until it kept test fitting it into the figure, so I got the actual fit where it actually drops into place quite nicely, and that's what I've done. And then I glued the hat on just to give it something to a bit more. I can paint all that in one piece. So going back round, if I turn that light down there, this one down, it might give you a bit more shadow. There you go. It is a lovely looking bust, I must admit. And I'm talking about the figure before anyone else says anything. Anyway, so there you go. So if I move that over a little bit, it'll be in the centre. So that's it. That's how nice it is. It is a nice figure. And a bit, if I can zoom in here, see what I mean? There you go, as near as I can go. Right, I'm going to go back out now of the whole thing. And drop it down. And there you go. So that is the Jack Aubrey figure, or bust I should say. Looking forward to painting it. It will get I think most modelers do it black. I think it is black all over, so you get the shadows there before you start. Now I should be using Mr. Servicer for that, the primer all over it, just to light coats until it gets to the done. It'll be okay. Yeah, so that's funny. Gavin Booth's just seen what I've read on his site, and it's come up while I'm filming. It's quite funny. So, but luckily it doesn't go on the film. Anyway, so Gavin, I just saw your comment come up about what I said on your site about me doing this figure. So there you go. And this is the video I was just telling you I was doing. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching this one, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'll just move that down a little bit more so you can get the whole thing in. There you go. Moving back round to that. There. Happy modelling.